Alright. We are now done with the boss tactics of the Coven of Shivarra. And we're gonna break this down now. We start here with the positioning. So in this fight, or in this encounter, you will fight 3 bosses. 1 frost boss, 1 fire boss, and 1 shadow boss. But you'll only fight 2 of them in the platform. The third one will be in a platform above on the corners and tormenting Titan souls. And every time that boss, the third boss, torments 2 Titan souls, then they swap with the one from the platform. That's how they swap with each other. They all share health and need to be tanked at least 18 yards away. And the best positioning is on the corners here, on the as you can see on the image. Because in this way you can reach to the other boss for tank swap, and also in this way you're avoiding a lot of things happening in the fight. Instead, if you would stand on the walls on the sides here. Ranged in the middle and melee behind the boss. Tank turn boss because the boss, all bosses does frontal damage. Each boss has 3 abilities, 2 are normal, 3 are heroic. The fire boss is the one that you need to tank swap, and it's called Fear Strike, 4 stacks and then tank swap. It also shoots a fire sword that travels as a whirlwind back again to the boss. So it targets a player location and then travels back, so just stand spread. And the heroic one is that it puts a debuff on several players. You get a circle around you. Don't stand next to other people when you have that, because that debuff does damage, and after 10 seconds it blows up, does damage people around you. That's the fire boss. The shadow boss will shoot shadow blades, 3 shadow blades in front of her towards the tank. So always turn the boss away. We're gonna come back to the shadow blades and shadow soon. What it also does, it will shoot shadow bolts on several players, random players. And the heroic version of this is that's called something called Storm of Darkness. It makes the entire platform dark and will do ticking damage, high, like million of shadow damage per second in 15 seconds. So you need to find squares on the platform and run to them, and that's the safe zone, so you don't get damage from this. The frost boss will do a stacking debuff on tank, but not a damage one. It will still slow the tank. Tank swap can be needed, but only if the tank runs out of tanking cooldowns, defensive cooldowns. This frost boss will also put a shield, a healing absorb shield on random players. This healing absorb shield needs to be healed out. The amount that is left, if it's something left, will become slow percentage on the players that still have it. The boss will also shoot a frost orb. Run away from it. The further away from it, the less slowed you get. The main abilities in this fight is the torments, is the Titan souls. When they get tormented, we have 4 Titan souls. That means we have 4 main abilities. When the boss upstairs on the corner start tormenting a Titan, it takes over 1 minute, 1 minute 20 seconds for this to happen. During this time, the entire raid get a stacking debuff that increases shadow damage taken. So beware when you're tanking the shadow boss and for the shadow damage abilities. These 4 main abilities from the 4 Titans, Titan souls. The first one is Norganon. What he does, he spawns a wall on each side of the platform of ads, spectral ads. They start moving towards the players. You stack up in the middle, start moving towards the players. If you come close to one, you're more or less getting one-shotted because it does a lot of arcane damage. So what do you have to do? Stun, slow, knock back them. And this way you're opening up ways so they start moving slower. And this way you pass them. That's Norganon. Golganeth will shoot. It looks like what's it called? Chain lightning, but it only do damage if people are 2 yards close to each other. You have to kill these ads so they don't do it anymore. So spread and kill them. Khazgaroth will summon 8 ads, and these ads will spawn on the side and the corners, and they'll start shooting a fire beam into the middle. So you have to stand near the stairs and start killing them one by one. Amanthul will spawn 4 ads, and they start casting a long cast that takes 10 seconds. Every time they cast it, they heal each other up again to 100%. They also put a stacking debuff on you that does damage, so you have to nuke them really fast and be done with it, basically. And this goes over and over. I think it's random of what Titan soul gets tormented. The only difference was in the beginning of the testing it was a certain pattern, and later on testing was another pattern. So I don't know if it's going to be a certain pattern or if it's going to get mixed random, but that's how it looks.